another.
Member for Pine Rivers.
We're a community built on trust, where families, schools and neighbours share the belief that every child deserves to grow up safe, supported and protected. That's why this bill, the Community Protection Public Child Sex Offender Register, Daniel's Law Bill 2025, matters. It gives parents and carers the right to make informed decisions about who they allow around their children. It puts the rights of families ahead of the rights of predators. And it ensures that advocacy and legacy of the Morecambe family continues to protect generations of Queensland children. For more than 2 decades, Bruce and Denise Morecambe have turned unimaginable loss into a movement that has educated millions of children about personal safety and empowered families to speak up. Daniel's Law is the next step in that mission, turning awareness into action and advocacy into law. Speaker, this bill delivers on our government's commitment to strengthen Queensland's sex offender laws. It creates Queensland's first public child sex offender register, a 3-tiered system that gives families the right to know and the tools to protect their children. Under the current system, offenders must report their details to police, but the public has no visibility. Parents cannot know if someone around their child possesses a risk. This bill changes that. Tier 1 will publish the photos and details of offenders who have breached their reporting obligations and whose whereabouts are unknown. Tier 2 allows residents to request in a secure and controlled way to see the photos of reportable offenders living in their local area. Tier 3 gives parents, guardians and those with parental responsibility the right to ask police whether a particular person, someone who has or will have unsupervised contact with their child, is a registered offender. Speaker, I want to take a moment to acknowledge and thank the Attorney-General, the Minister for Police and the Minister for Child Safety for the work they have done to bring this important bill before the House. Their collaboration and commitment have ensured this legislation is practical, effective and firmly focused on keeping children safe. This is about restoring confidence, strengthening awareness and giving parents the information they deserve to protect their children. But importantly, this law is built on balance. It safeguards against misuse with strict penalties up to 10 years imprisonment for anyone who intimidates, harasses or unlawfully shares information about offenders. Daniel's Law is not about revenge, it's about protection. It empowers families while maintaining fairness, privacy and public safety. Speaker, I want to share a story from my own community that shows why this legislation matters. After this bill was introduced, a Redlands mum came to see me. Her story will stay with me forever. Her daughter, then in Year 6, had participated in a Daniel Morecambe Foundation child safety program at school. That afternoon, she got into the car and quietly told her mum that an uncle had made her feel uncomfortable. That brave conversation led to a heartbreaking truth. Both of her daughters had been victims of abuse for a very long time. Without that school visit, without the Morecambe family's advocacy, that mother may have never known what her children were going through. Because of that education, those girls found their voice and their mother found the truth. On behalf of that Redlands family, they wanted me to use this speech to thank Bruce and Denise Morecambe. Through your determination to turn pain into purpose, you have changed their lives. This is the real-world impact of awareness, education and empowerment, and it is exactly why Daniel's Law is so important. Speaker, Daniel's Law is the first of its kind in Queensland. It draws on lessons from other jurisdictions such as Western Australia and South Australia, but it goes further, designed specifically for Queensland's needs. Here, the process is clearer, access is broader, and oversight is stronger. Queensland's register will capture a wider range of serious offenders, including those convicted of possessing child exploitation material. Allow any person with ongoing parental responsibility, including grandparents, foster carers, and guardians, to apply for information, and exclude juvenile offenders and those under court-ordered non-disclosures. The Police Commissioner retains discretion over what is published or removed, ensuring sensitive cases are handled responsibly. And after 5 years, an independent review will ensure the system remains effective, balanced, and fair. Speaker, community safety is a shared responsibility. It takes a village to raise a child, but that village must first be safe. As a mother, I know there is no greater fear than the thought of your child being harmed by someone you trust. That fear is what drives this government's commitment to put the safety of Queenslanders first. Not politics, not excuses, but protection. In the Redlands, I see every day how seriously our community takes this responsibility. Schools, police, and community groups work hand in hand to promote the Recognise, React, Report message. Volunteers, teachers, and parents all play their part. And this Friday, I will join students and families from Victoria Point State School for their annual Walk for Daniel, a walk that unites our community in bright red to say, we will protect our children, we will stay aware, and we will never forget. Each year, that walk reminds us that education saves lives and that the Morecambe family's message continues to reach every corner of Queensland, including ours. Speaker, the Crisafulli Government has made community safety a top priority. We've made Jack's Law permanent to keep knives off our street. We've delivered adult crime, adult time laws to ensure serious repeat offenders face real consequences. And now, through Daniel's Law, we're empowering parents with the truth and restoring trust in the communities where our children grow up. This bill honours Daniel Morecambe's life and his family extraordinary advocacy. Bruce and Denise have taken the darkest of tragedies and turned it into legacy of light, one that will now be enshrined in Queensland law. Their strength has changed lives, and now their legacy will change law. Speaker, Daniel's Law is a promise to every parent, every teacher, and every child across Queensland that their safety matters. Because even if one child is protected, even if one parent is empowered, even if one predator is stopped before causing harm, then this law will have done what it set out to do. And that, Speaker, is how we honour Daniel Morecambe. Not just with words, but with action that will save lives. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to speak in support